Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zeppelin. If you're wondering why I'm talking a little quieter in this one, it is because it is a little late at night and I just thought I'd react to a couple of songs. This is, I think, the last one that I'm doing tonight. And I completely forgotten that this song had been released. For those of you who don't know, and you probably don't know because I haven't reacted to her much on this channel, but I'm quite a big fan of AURORA. Like, I'm not a fan of all of her music, but I really like her voice. The technique behind her voice, I think it's astonishing. I've actually bought tickets to see her live at the end of March, I think it is, and I'm really looking forward to that. But this new song came out, and I've only heard like a smidgen of it because I think I heard it on Instagram. Yeah, I think it was Instagram I heard it on. Like when she released it, she posted a clip of it, so I've got a gist of it, but I haven't really heard the full song, and I am excited to give it a go. Yeah, so I don't really have much more to say other than that. Oh, I do. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoy. We are very much on our way to YouTube partner. Our watch time hours is actually very nearly there. All we really need now is our subscribers. So if even a few of you from this video managed to just subscribe to this channel, you'd be helping out so much, even if you didn't watch the entire video. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. A couple other things as well. I'm thinking of maybe starting up a movie watch channel. Well, starting up a Patreon where we watch films and then bringing it over to YouTube a little later, because I do like to watch movie reactions, and I've been thinking of maybe trying to get into that community. So let me know what you think of that idea. And lastly, I have a video on this channel of The Last of Us, a critical analysis of The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. Mainly Part 2. I used Part 1 as an introduction, but I spent about 6 months working on it, on and off, and I put a lot of time and effort into it, and it would really mean a lot to me if you watched it, because it's something I'm very proud of. Without further ado, let's get into it. Heathens, a live performance this time. By AURORA. I know I normally don't do live performances off the bat, but I have a trust in AURORA with her live performances because I've heard a couple already, and it was done with Vivo, so it's a scripted thing. It's not like a live concert one, so we're still going to get sort of full quality, so to speak. But let's get on with it. There will be some pauses, by the way, you know, to avoid copyright.
She bargains with the world, so everything she
let's get rid of that.
will come to her with no greed inside her mind. She knows what she deserves. We fell from sky with grace and landed in her soft and warm embrace. She gave her love, her gift of life. So
it's a very nice pitch. Okay, sorry, good place to put in a pause. I need to put in a pause or two to avoid copyright. The main lyrics, the main verses, I think it's a very nice pitch. Again, it's the way she's singing them. This is exactly what I mean by saying that I'm not always a fan of all her music she does, but it's the way she sings that I'm a massive fan of. Like, I'm just a huge admirer of her purely on vocal reasons. Like, I could hate all her songs, I'd still admire the vocals, and the verses, I think, epitomize that, where it's nothing really unique. It's nothing that grabs me at all. Like, to be honest, I don't find it the main verses in any way interesting, other than the way she's singing them. She's a great technique, and her technique isn't just all technical either. Like, her technique really serves the emotion of that she's trying to convey through the music, and that's a very difficult thing to do. And I really like the chorus. Like, again, the chorus is one of those things, it could have been quite basic and something I don't like, but she always finds a way to make things sound a little more unique, and the fluctuations within the chorus grab my attention a little bit, and it makes it a more interesting chorus because of that. So far, is it something that I like would be up there my top from her? I'd say no, but it's still something that I really like, and I'm curious to hear more. It's AURORA, you never quite know what you're going to get, either stylistically or vocally, and it's interesting. She really piques my interest as an artist. Her being the artist, not me. I'm useless. But anyway, let's keep going.
The dirt, the dust, the unforgiving promise made to us, unworthy of your light, your God, your touch, we're guided by the lust. We cry the fallen names, we cry for those you burned beneath the flame. We stand beside the good and brave, the broken and enslaved. That is why we live like heathens.
I liked the build there. That verse was more interesting.
Living in the arms of freedom, and everything we touch is evil. That is why we live like heathens.
That's a really nice vocal. It's very, very good. This is the last pause I'm going to make. I really liked there in the background, just before the pause, there was a, what would you call? I wouldn't know the technical name for it, but it's where the tension was building in sort of strings in the background, something Radiohead likes to do quite a bit. And I was just there thinking, could you imagine if Aurora went in the style of Radiohead? If there's any Radiohead fans here, or even Tom York fans, if you've listened to the album Anima, which, again, I have a story about the album Anima. I might even react to some of the songs, or one or two of the songs, just to give you this, like, a story time, so to speak, because that album, the way I listened to it was really cool. But a lot of later Radiohead stuff has that very sort of, uncomfortable sounding music at times, and I'd really love to hear Aurora do that style of music. I know she'd be the type where it's like, I don't really take any styles, it's all my own stuff, but you know what I mean, everyone has some sort of stylistic similarity. And that's what I mean by saying going to Radiohead stuff. It would be interesting for her to go down that route. Maybe there is stuff like that. I've never listened to a full album. It's just from the stuff I've heard of her, I doubt there is. But I'd be really interested. Like, this song sounds like it's a little more there than her other stuff. And I'd really love for Aurora, rather than for her music to be, again, this is just all personal opinion as well, so I hope it doesn't, I hope it doesn't really offend anyone here, or would offend Aurora as an artist, but instead of music becoming super popular TikTok happy dancey songs, but some of those songs are good, don't get me wrong, I'd really like her music to go down the more experimental route. And I think, of course, she'd obviously want people to enjoy her music, but I think as an artist, she'd maybe agree that she wouldn't want her music to become sort of radio fodder. And it doesn't sound like it is, and I don't think it will for any time soon, but that's just kind of my opinion on the direction I'd like to see Aurora go as an artist, from my opinion. But I am quite enjoying the song. Again, not my favourite from hers, but I'm enjoying it. The verse was more interesting there. It led into a chorus that had a way bigger build. Now we're coming into the breakdown now. It's quite interesting. So let's get this rounded out and I'll give you my final thoughts.
Everything you touch will be hers. Some mother with no heart will give love. Her love is yours, but only if you give your heart to her.
Quite tribal there. I think that's the point.
That is why we live like heathens, stealing from the trees of freedom, living in the arms of freedom, and everything we touch is evil.
Interesting. Okay, so that was Heathens by Aurora. Now, if I had to give that to my mustache twirl, if I had to give that a rating out of 10, it probably be between a 7.5 and an 8. For me now, personally, it's a 7.5, but it's just from being honest with myself. I'm not in the mood for that kind of music, personally. You know, sometimes you're in the mood for different type of music, and the current mood I am at listening, it's not hitting that mood. But objectively speaking, I like the song. I kind of was trying to interpret the meaning of the song coming towards the end. It definitely, the fact that there was tribal, it's sort of like a tribal sound, definitely gave me a feel of again, I wasn't really listening too hard to the lyrics, so apologies if it's like it's real obvious if you listen to the lyrics, but sort of had like, again, tribal Mother Nature vibes, and you know, kind of like a tribal, like you should be worshipping Mother Nature. It's why there's sort of tribal music. It sounded like, you know, how you'd be maybe tribes would dance around a campfire in the end of that breakdown. That's kind of the vibe that it gave me. And they're talking almost about living in sin, but sort of, you know, the sin of Mother Nature, and taking the goodness of Mother Nature, or maybe it's a little more abstract than that, and maybe just the goodness of the world in general, how we abuse goodness or something. I could be completely wrong there, but it's just an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. It's something I want to go back and hear the lyrics and see what I can interpret from it. But I liked it. I did like it, and I like enough of Aurora stuff now to maybe delve into listening to an album or two of hers. It's just, I know there's songs that I won't like, and it's a similar situation to what happened with the Billie Eilish reactions I did. Is I wanted to react to the full album, her new full album. First two songs, and I didn't like them. I said I didn't like them, and Billie Eilish stans didn't take it very well, which is kind of odd because the majority of the stans were like 40-50-year-old men. Was kind of weird. Those comment sections weren't particularly nice, and I just wasn't bothered at that point, purely because, not because like, again, negative comments, they don't affect me that much. I'm not that type of guy. I can take shit on the chin, no problem. But it was just that I knew that there was just going to be more issues that I would have had going forward, and yeah, just again, Billie Eilish is one of those people. She got so popular. It'd be the same way if I listened to any K-pop and said one bad word about it, I'd be crucified. There'd probably be a Reddit page about me. It's like, this guy who has 500 subscribers, or not even, says he doesn't like BTS. Get him. You know, that's how fucking with some of these artists it works. But Aurora, I'd like to hope, at least this is the first time I've reacted to Aurora on this channel, that her fan base are a little more understanding of the objective thinking, while understanding I'm trying to be objective, but I am also going to give my personal opinion in there. But I like Aurora. People didn't believe me when I said that I like Billie Eilish, and I just said that I like Billie Eilish's EPs and her singles, but I haven't liked her stuff from her albums. And so far I haven't liked much from the second album, not that I've listened to it all. People think you don't like a song or a way a song is done, then you don't like the artist, and it's such closed mind. I could rant all day here, but look, I'm trying to hit a 10-minute watch time, so we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Again, please do subscribe. I'd appreciate it a lot. If you're an Aurora fan, there's going to be more Aurora stuff in this channel going forward, 100%. So the content will be there for you to enjoy. Anyway, take care, have a good night. Peace.